and now I'm unmuted. Sorry that I am a few minutes late. I had accidentally actually started a stream and left it unlisted, and I had to kind of restart, and yeah, it's kind of good because that other stream definitely I had messed up because I had started talking. I had to deal with this phone call relating to my son, and I think I'd actually started it on that other stream that never went up. So anyways, guys, I'm Kyle here with the Genreverse YouTube channel and Animeversal Patreon, and I'm going to be doing some ReZero editing, and I'm a little out of sorts, so give me a quick second to get back to good. I was freaking out. I was like, oh my goodness. And Christine had to go pick up Lucas. He's not feeling well again. And yeah, so anyways, Christine and I just got done not too long ago, maybe an hour ago, finishing up 3.6. For those on YouTube, 3.4 will be out on Tuesday because it's a week behind Patreon. Oh my goodness. Hold on a second, guys. Sorry, I got to take this call. Oh, sorry about that. This is why I don't live stream very much anymore. It's impossible to do. Anyways, guys, now that I'm back and ready to do some work, like I had been saying, Christine and I had just recorded episode 6. Episode 4 for YouTube will be out. Episode 5 next week. Episode 5 for Patreon I will get out to you guys today if you're watching us and you are one of our patrons over there. Thank you very much, of course. But this will be out whenever I'm done here. I'll render and publish that for you guys. And I'm hoping, like I said, we just recorded episode 6. I'm hoping tomorrow to record episode 7 and kind of get back to where we're ahead on that one. And my intent is for the 2 episodes a week to be back, hopefully for the rest of this season. So thank you for you guys' patience, support, all that good stuff. I do mean it from the bottom of my dark black coal heart. No. All right, I need to find a cold open. A magazine you don't have. And that is awfully loud. Where are all of my audio settings on this thing? So many buttons. All right, let me reduce this volume a bit for myself. Have to, cover up on the rack. Their first issue, drop that down a bit, was Kate from Drew Carey's show. Krista Miller is the actress's name. All right, there we go. And all right, now I can begin my hunt for a cold open. I gotta try to remember that now I keep you guys in chat over on my left. So I guess that's on your left. No, that would be on your right. I was going to type out on your left into the chat, but I'm not going to. All right. Let's find a cold open. It's her. I like to go with comedy moments, but not every episode's gonna have something funny. And then like I also don't want to have like the big moment at the end, because I know people watch specifically for certain moments, you know. Subaru that I highly doubt. Dude, you got the Infinity Stones. Snap your fingers. Okay, here we go. Snap your fingers. There we go. A nice Avengers Infinity War / Endgame reference. That'll work. Let's see how that plays. And my yeah, okay. I was like, hold on, is my mic back on? Dude, you got the Infinity Stones. Snap your fingers. Alright, that'll work. I'm gonna bring that over. Let me go ahead and change the chorus setting over to YouTube. There we go. Sweet. One thing that does suck is so we've been doing some you know, working on the office. You know, the back wall took months to do and is mostly done. We got to put the panels and posters on side walls and stuff. If you see, there's bare wall behind there. But we got this done where we installed the big TV. I mean, 43 inches. It's big TV for some, but we got that installed so we can watch, you know, anime from further away and be able to read all the subtitles more easily, because 27-inch monitor does not do so well. And why was I pointing this out? I was going to say something. I remember I said something about chat being over there. I don't know. I had something, guys. Sorry. Like I said, I am out of it for right now. You'll see that. LRMonline.com every day for all of news and red carpet. What am I talking about here? News and entertainment and nuggets. And I mentioned Patreon. Like, why did I start the show that way? Okay, cool. Yep, that'll be fine. The LRM YouTube channel. So much more. Alright, since this is YouTube, I'm going to cut a little bit of this out. There we go. You got YouTube edit does not need to see or hear about us forgetting to turn on or turn off our phones. So cut that out. And thanks to the handful of you hanging out with me, watching me work. I figured if I can't do gaming streams very much these days, may as well as edit live when I can. Put my recently overclocked Ryzen 9 9900X, put it through the paces. I haven't had an AMD an AMD processor in many years. Christine has a Ryzen 7, I think 5800 Kyoko 1819. How's it going? So I've had a little bit of experience, but I didn't overclock hers. It's just run stock. But I found some nifty things to do to overclock mine, and I've got a pretty stable 5.6 gigahertz with an AIO. It doesn't get too hot. Right now I'm streaming, which of course the encoding's being handled by the NVIDIA card for the stream, and my processor is running, you know, what parts of streaming it does, Windows, and plus the editing software. And I am sitting at a nice 53 degrees temperature on the package. That's not too bad, you know. Like I said, it's like 5.6 gigahertz right now. It's crazy because I can actually remember I can remember breaking the gigahertz line, like being able to buy commercially affordable processors when they hit 1 gigahertz. Like, I remember that. I remember gigabyte hard drives and be like, I'll never fill up a gigabyte. That's insane. Like, next room over is our NAS sitting there with like almost 30 terabytes of storage now. Christine and I are not fans of greed here. You jerk. No, you're a completely different type. No, you're a completely different type of low life. Yeah, different type of low life. Don't be afraid, guys, to throw some questions or comments or something up in chat if you want to know about any of the stuff that we are watching now or plan on watching. I can tell you right now, Brian is about to start his JJK journey, so that in 4 weeks-ish, he can join us for Season 3 of Jujutsu Kaisen Reactions. I will say this, full disclosure, Brian already knows the ending of the manga. Someone spoiled it for him like last year or something like that, I think it was. But that doesn't mean he knows everything. And, you know, just because you know how something ends, for example, Infinity War and Endgame, loosely based off of certain comics and Marvel, we pretty much knew how that would, you know, finish up, and still thoroughly enjoyed it. So I said she should tell him, no, I'm not. I'm with the child. I've kissed before and just like ruin it for him. But then she kind of does. But there he is, all like, oh, she's so perfect, and oh. Find that attractive. It's gross. One second, guys. Okay. Alright, sorry, Christine's back with Lucas, and he definitely does not seem as unwell as he wants us to think he is, which means he's trying to get out of something. I know. That's right, he's got classwork to make up.
I know it's not the same.
And a book report to be working on.
It kind of reminds me of just
Virgin Kate is mine. Oh, hold up.
Wait, what did you just say?
Ooh, I'm gonna put a note in here for here. This should be a Drew Carey show devil clip. Drew Carey show. Such a funny show. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the Drew Carey show, but as far as like classic 90s sitcoms go, that's a really good one.
Wait,
at least 5 seasons of it are. All right, now this is a big conversation where I talk about the first Maxim magazine model, which was the actress that played Kate from Drew Carey Show. So there's the connection, but that's now a Patreon only conversation. It's just, I've already stopped the reaction enough right here, and this big stop right there, and there's some more stuff coming up, so I kind of have to, it's not always like a you know, what can I save for Patreon? Sometimes it's simply like the YouTube audience is different, you know, less patient.
I know it's not the same. Pause it. One of your other wives gonna bring. Oh my god. One of your other wives gonna bring. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. She's got
Them some
dead
big
eyes.
numbers. There's like 184, 79. And then by the end of next episode, he's got 54 surviving. Like, holy crap, dude.
Okay, so hold on, pause it. So many women. Is that what this is nasty so much?
Ah, don't touch.
No. I hate that so much. He's so gross.
All right, let's see here. This should probably be time for another timestamp. This will be greed and greed is gross with Amelia. What's good is this episode is relatively short, and my target, of course, is looking to win the kind of conversation, like the ending talk that we have after the reaction. And so I'm like, okay, 29 is that's when I know I'm pretty much done editing. And then I'm at 5, so I've got 24 real-time minutes left to edit. That's how I keep track. Oh my goodness, I don't know if you guys can see this, but you know, down here at the bottom, and I can't really enlarge this, it won't let me like make the UI, but 21.9 gigs of RAM being used for this. Last year my dad had to have open heart surgery, had to have a heart valve replacement, and I went to go stay with him, and I was like, you know, I'm going to miss out on editing some stuff. That's going to suck. And my dad was like, oh, I got this laptop you can use if it'll help you out, because, you know, he's going to be in the hospital laid up, not like he can use it. I was like, okay, well, what's it got? And I can't remember the processor, but it would have been fine to edit with. It would have sucked to render with, but I could have gotten some work done. And I was like, okay, well, how much RAM does it have? And he's like, 8 gigs. And I was like, thanks, Dad. I really appreciate it. But that won't cut it, man. That won't cut it. And it's not like a, you peasant. It's a, he doesn't do this type of stuff, you know? And so RAM amounts of what's needed for different things just doesn't, he's not tracking stuff like that. I don't need to do that. I'm shaking my head. I can let that just play straight through. He's a gross dude. Definitely silence. Yeah, they use silence quite well in that whole segment. Like, not just silence, but lack of music. It's all like, you know, quiet. Ugh, gross. No, you girls have like 30 minutes to wait. Ugh, gross. Then we yell at our cats
Damn right.
because
They get fed.
they were
They
begging
get
for
fed
food.
and they'll live. Yeah.
Don't need that. All right, let's move this right there. That. Hey. Christine's over there, guys. She says hi. This microphone is very, very directional, so I wasn't quite sure if they could hear you or not. Da, da, da. Ugh, gross.
So I'm giving it to no.
So I always worry a little bit about editing these on stream because I'm like, oh man, if this is too big and it's not obscured at all because I'm editing, and it's really hard to edit with this over it. But yeah, I'll tell you what, guys, I've shared it on our Discord a few times. I'm not sure if I can bring it up and join our Discord if you're not a member of it already. There should be a link down below. Let me see here. I shared. It happened not too long ago. So those of you that watch on YouTube, yeah, here it is. Those of you that watch on YouTube know, you know, the obfuscation that we use, the audio effects, you know, please stand by that goes over it. I've used that for so long. So not too long ago, I think it was a Ranma episode. This was just a few days ago. We had it get popped. This whole thing. So, you know, having my please stand by at 55%, having the chorus effects on the audio, just like I do on so many others. Look at all that. Look at all that got caught. Freaking frustrating. And just to show you guys, like, that's what the edit looked like. That got popped for copyright claim. And yet there are channels out there that barely cover anything, barely change the audio, and their stuff gets through like nothing. Just super easy. Barely an inconvenience. And I don't get it. I don't know. But if you ever wonder why we do so much obfuscation, I can't remember how to say it correctly. That's why. And even after putting in a bunch of effort, sometimes it ends up being for naught. This gluttony has some like familiar, not NVMe, other features to not NVMe, not Lost, in the 03 version. Yeah, who was Christine and I are having a conversation about the homunculi from Full Metal, and that gluttony here reminded me of Homunculi FMA. He reminded me of one of them, and I couldn't remember which one it was. That it was the young one that was born of what's her name's child. Trying to find an image to see. FMA, and specifically I had the 03 one in mind, not the current one, you know, or current one, Brotherhood. Yeah, this guy right here, him. That's who it was reminding me of. And yeah, it was King Bradley's character in Brotherhood. So this was anime original. But yeah, that's who he was kind of reminding me of. This gluttony in ReZero.
Yeah, he was
Greed.
No, not Greed.
Yeah, he was. No. Greed is Frack.
Yes, I still say Frack. I am a Battlestar Galactica fan.
Was he Wrath? Was he Wrath?
I don't know.
Or was Wrath the shapeshifter? Anyways, he reminds me of the young kid, like she said, the new one, the newbie.
Okay, I don't need Julie's speech here. We got a big fight coming up. Now I need to look how to judiciously cut this fight up. Sorry, I know sometimes that might be annoying for you guys to hear me play, go back, play, go back, play, go back, but it's about finding, you know, the right place to make that cut. And part of me, reason why I'm explaining so much in these streams, even stuff that I explain in other streams, is because I'm kind of building the training videos for any future editors that we might get. And be like, hey, you know, you're looking for really how I do this. Here's prime examples. Oh, see, that was a bit too much. There we go. There we go.
Spider-Man.
It's a dragon! Well, not quite, right?
Hold on 1 second. Okay, she's becoming pushy. I hate this when they do this. So she's becoming pushy. It upsets me. 3 times every day. 3 times. Feed me, feed me, feed me. Feed me, feed me. Feed me, feed me, feed me. Get fed the same times every day.
Our dog had been bothering us in that moment. This sucks because they're hurting a person. Yeah, I'll let that
You are
play.
going for the eyes.
Yeah.
Even if it can heal up, it's temporary blindness. Last time it healed very much faster. What's up?
No, is this a different dragon?
She's the...
Oh man.
She...
Okay, right there.
She's the... It's her. Bad guy. This is all a trap.
I saw it coming a mile away.
Been dead a while.
Mm-hmm.
He's so gross.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna change where that
Ugh. Gross. Ugh.
there we go. We'll put it right there. All right, and this will be falling into a trap. Because that's what they're doing. They're falling into a trap. They just don't know it. Cool. All right, we are at 8 minutes. We have 18 minutes left of real time to edit. See how that works? Where's the timer? Right there. Okay, cool.
Oh,
I thought it
no,
was like
it's just
rotting
yeah.
corpses and yeah.
such giant fly. Help me! Help me!
I mean, they do need help. It didn't dawn on me fast enough what's really going on there.
You just left the...
I told you.
She's annoying. She's very obsessed with meat. Don't step on boobs. Come on now.
That's weird.
Treat them with respect.
That's weird. What are you? What is coming off of your hips? Looks like the egg's outside too.
All right.
No, you're very. Oh, you're very weird. No, you're very weird.
She is. Ugh, it's gross.
Oh.
Okay, that'll work. Good enough.
What are you, a harpy?
Called her a
Oh,
harpy.
No, this is weird.
Yes, we're aware. You said that already.
Oh, that would be so weird. I don't like the idea of shapeshifters and stuff. They can cause so many issues. Alright, 5, 9. That's fine.
So just lost some different shapes.
Alright. So somewhere around here, I'm going to want a new chapter to start. I don't know what it'll be called yet. We're making pretty decent time, guys. We're already at 10 minutes of real time edited. Not too shabby. Hey. Sorry, the cats. I don't want to accidentally run over them, and they are running around here. Stairs. 1 second, I'm not going on break or anything. Stop. Donate. Go. Oh, brats. Such brats. All right. I am back. You see, I also get to look forward to it. It's like, oh yeah, sure, I've got this, 15-minute-ish gap to finish. But, hey, here is over a minute of us talking, It all adds up, makes it go faster. Yeah, there are other people. See, I caught it now.
Oh.
See? Yeah, it is pretty bad.
That's awful. Awful.
There we go. That works.
I love the dragon.
Yeah, I know. Dragon would be easy to love.
Bunch of tricks.
The dragon episode of Rick and Morty.
The Dragon episode of Rick and Morty is pretty funny.
With the contract and everything like that. I'm not gonna get into it. We'll rewatch it.
Okay.
Good episode. Good episode.
We finished up the most recent season of Rick and Morty that's on Hulu. So I think it is like what aired earlier this year or late last year, whatever it was. Yokai Bochan 2234. Hi, how are you? We watched that most recent season, and there were The thing about Rick and Morty, so one, the people that think, oh, it's such a brilliant show, you've got to be a genius to understand it or get it or find it funny. No, you're being pretentious. It's not like that. But it is a very well written show. It is a hilarious show, and it is a show that, despite being the like Howard Stern of adult, it was trying to do what South Park did. It's a shock show. It's meant to be there for shock value. They've always managed to actually maintain a level of more mature dirty humor, if that makes sense. And I freaking love it. They still manage to shock you legitimately without it being like a bathroom humor joke or just something gross like Morty and his sister having a space baby together. Thankfully, anime has inoculated me against. No, I'm joking. But not just a moment like that, but there's things that happen in this most recent season where you're just like, oh my god, did they really just do that? And that's cool. That's cool on a show that's been going on for almost 10 seasons, 8 or 9 seasons, and is generally just known for regular shock value, but can still shock you with writing itself instead of a certain gag or joke, you know? I like to be entertained.
What do you mean by always?
Yeah, see? That line right there? You always end up drooling over her? It's like, what do you mean by that? And one of the things about this show is it's like some of these archbishops, sin archbishops are cuckoo. Some are cuckoo crazy, pedal juice, regular cuckoo being like greed. And then you have people that are mistaken people for other people. You have people that might be from the past. The idea of like how Pedal Juice's character kept jumping bodies. Like, you never know what someone could mean when they make it seem like they know something or have seen something before. It could just be random mumbo jumbo, or it could really be like key.
What do you mean by always?
Being alive, you say hi. Hope we're having fun with ReZero. Fun is a word. Enjoying it might not be the right word either. It's got its moments where it's a tough watch, but yes, we are enjoying it and having fun. And I'm glad you enjoy our style of reaction. Thank you so much for watching and visiting the stream and commenting.
No one wants to touch you.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
That's dirty.
Dude, it's not.
But, I go into this little bit here about, no one's going to be able to make me think my wife is saying stuff that she wouldn't say. No one's going to be able to like, you're not going to be able to trick me. If I know someone can be using magic, or if I know someone could be using like a high-tech mesh face like Captain America, the Winter Soldier, when Scarlett Johansson has that, face on to hide her identity. If I know you're not my wife, like, I don't care what state that I'm in, it's not going to affect me. It's not going to bother me. I'm not going to get all bent out of shape over it. And I say that from a realistic from like a real life point of view, knowing that things in their world are completely different. But still, it's like the idea, if I know it's not you, you can wear the face. I don't care. Like, I don't care. It would be the same as if Christine and I did a movie together, like, acting together, and her character has to say all sorts of terrible, horrible things to me. Okay. It's one thing, and it's not just a ReZero thing. It's whenever this is used and the person's not, drugged or under stress to where their minds can. And I know he's a bit stressed, but he's still got his facilities about him. He seems like he's tracking, and he knows Amelia's miles away from. My whole thing is, I've never gotten it in when it's used unless the person is altered, and it's more likely to be believable. Who cares what they say if it's not them? It's not them. But again, that's just me coming from a very real human, not fantasy oriented place, I guess. See, this is too much right here. I'm trying to keep a lot of this, but there's too much here. So I'm going to have to go in and cut some of this up. And one, we're just absorbing it. And I know some people like to watch that, but for the YouTube, I'll go back to this. Like, because of this, I have to cut so much out. So let's see where I can cut a little bit of Amelia's speech here. All right, that'll work. Just taking lines that have been said before. All right, cool. That'll work.
Jeez.
And most of the people watching this are going to know exactly what's been happening, going on, all of that. So. See, now, if he was like this, after having his leg chewed off again and whatnot, and she was showing herself as Emilia, then it's like, okay, yeah, now you can kind of see where the brain might get confused. But not when he was when she first started.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
you're gonna
is
bleed
when
out.
you're, yeah,
Yeah,
this
you're
is.
Gonna turn her into something. Poor Crush, she's been under, or she's had so much happen to her already, and now this.
Oh gosh.
Hey, Gabrielle. Gabrielle, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by.
Oh man. I know resetting is bad, but seriously, I might bite my tongue off again.
Yeah, man, it's worrisome that he's survived so much past this, because it's like, okay, I don't think we're getting a reset, which means a lot of this stuff is gonna stick around, and looking forward, or not that I'm looking forward to it, but looking forward, you can see where a lot of pain and agony is ahead. Where are we at? Hey. Yay, we're about 12 minutes left of real-time editing to do, so that's not too bad. 1 second, let me see if the animals have been fed. The alarm went off for it, but I'm not sure if Christine is taking care of Lucas or not. Yeah, just 1 quick second. I'll be right back. Okay. We're good. Yes, she has had it rough indeed. And, you know, people going back to season 1 and when we first meet all the ladies vying for the throne, if you will. Excuse me. I still had some issues with the way she handled things, kind of thinking from my idea of tactical thinking, or even strategic thinking at that point. Yeah, I would say she's thinking more strategically than tactical, and I'm using that in like U.S. military terms. So tactical is more, you know, unit level on the ground, the situation in a particular battle, or the situation in a particular patrol, like that's tactical. And then strategic is bigger. You're starting to think of the entire theater of operations is more strategic. A region, you know, Europe, Asia, Indo-Pacific, things like that would be like strategic planning, and her looking over her entire region and her concerns and stuff would be. But anyways, my point being, she was the only one besides Amelia who it's like, okay, yeah, I could get behind you as a leader, but you could be better. You could be better. But yeah. Alright, like I said, I'm looking for just little pieces to cut where I can. I don't get popped on copyright again. You're a big fan of Garfield there, Yokai? He's grown on me.
Dragon.
There we go. All right, now we're going to have another chapter mark. Timestamp. Nice. Yeah. I like it when it's about I try not to have the chapters less than 2 minutes. Every now and then it happens. But 2 minutes to 4-ish. I feel like that's a good way to break it up, and mostly because I know some people are looking to watch particular portions of the reaction, of course. But this way, if we get into one of our little sidebars or where we're, diving deeper into a particular moment and you're not really caring for that, it makes it easy to see, what's coming up and shift around, even though that can hurt our watch time and our retention. We do it because we love you. Oh, I need to name this one. All right, let's do not greed. SAB, Sen Archbishop, lusts, gross hour. Maybe go with something like that for right now. I might change the name of it. I didn't recognize it, episode to episode, but someone did point it out to us in the comments. I don't remember who it was, and I don't remember if it was on Patreon or YouTube, but they pointed it out. I think it was on Patreon, and they pointed it out, and I said thank you very much. So yes, I am tracking it now, and I'm guessing that has he also had different clothes on, if I remember correctly. Maybe not, but point being is that he seems to either borrow or take on things from those he eats, erases. However you want to word it.
Dragon. No shit.
Thanks, being alive.
They're literally announcing themselves. Kick ass. Take names.
Whoops. Excuse me.
No shit. They're
Ah.
literally announcing themselves. Take names, kick ass. Correction. They'll take names. Correction. Correction.
They'll take names and pay someone else to kick ass. Sometimes I make myself chuckle, and then that's sad. I think I just did.
Jury's still out.
Which witches' remains do you think they are looking for? I mentioned, I think it's in episode 4, so YouTube, you will see that next Tuesday, and episode 4 is already up on Patreon. I mentioned how they show a statue what looks like underwater, and you're assuming that's the remains, and it looks like Lust. Like, it looked like a young girl. So that's what the Witch of Lust herself also looked like, or at least when she appeared to Subaru, you know, at the trial and tea party, or in between trials and the tea party. And it would explain why the Sin Archbishop of Lust is such a prominent player in it. But, you know, that's just my working theory. Oh no. Here's Wrath. He did, and I mentioned that, and that I couldn't remember at the time whether or not that was her name, and it wasn't. Typhon is Gluttony, right? The Witch of Gluttony, and that their name, which might explain why Gluttony is there. But also, what I was going to say a second ago is the connections between the cult, the Sin Archbishops, and the witches themselves is always so murky that while my brain wants to default to there being Typhon was Pride. There you go. See, I couldn't remember who exactly it was, and you'll see it in that episode. I was like, Typhon, isn't that it? And then, but no, it wasn't. What was I just saying? I was like, oh, the connections are so murky, and people have even mentioned, you know, hey, they don't really have a whole lot to do with each other outside of names. My brain defaults to looking for more connections than there may be, and then that'll cause me to miss things completely in this series, which is fine. That's what you guys are for. Keep us on the right track. See, I don't even know what the status of the witches are in the, I'm gonna call it the Tea Party world, because is it an afterlife? Is it a prison? Is it a prison afterlife? I don't know. It's murky, and please, no spoilers for those of you that might know. And I know some people might be anime only, and you're just saying questions that you also have. So just think of the Sin Archbishops as the modern generation of witches. So they are the new witches, if you will.
There's just way too much going on right now.
This one, let me see. I don't know. So I have a problem. I'm going to show you guys this real quick. When I download certain tracks using my editing software, a lot of times it just shows up as this date. These dates and audio clips, so I don't have all the titles, which really sucks. It really does, and I once tried to look into why that happens. I don't know. Let's see here. No. There's a way to... There was a window once that I could open up, and it would kind of show me like a history of stock footage and stock audio that I had interacted with. And there it would still show the set, because the thing is it'll show the, you know, song titles. Like if I do Christmas music and look that up, actually this might not even be appearing for you guys. Oh no, it doesn't appear. Okay, well there's a window here that you guys can't see for some reason. Hold on, let me... Really weird. Okay, there you go. So the song titles will still pop up here, but as soon as I download it, it just downloads it with that one thing, and I cannot, for the life of me, figure out why. And then, like I said, there is a history list somewhere around your downloads. Audio. Okay, so here it is. So I could, you know, play the song and then go back in here and listen to it and find the title. So it obviously knows what the titles are, but as soon as you download it, it just comes out as what you call it? Or actually, hold on, I might be able to help you. Just saw something. All right, so that was 12:02. So December 2nd. And that was number 2. So that's the second thing I downloaded on the 2nd. There we go. Okay, so this one's just called Christmas Rock. And it's part of the stock audio that I get through my editing software. Oh, I figured it out though for you guys. So Christmas Rock, I don't know if that would, if the hold on. I don't know if this will give me the band that does that. Let me see. Or artist, I should say. No, it doesn't. It literally just says Christmas Rock, and then I know you can't see it right here. I can. It says just Christmas Rock. It gives the beats per minute. Has like a little waveform. So sorry. I don't know how else to get that to you. What a side quest. I'm not upset about it. Absolutely fine. All right, we are good to go. Oh, and by the way, that was Zombie Cookies. How's it going? You think Yokai Bochan says they think the story about Stella killing the other witches is just a rumor? Could be. There seems to be a lot of things that people like. There's legends, there's stories, there's, like you said, rumors, and it's hard to tell what is legit history versus what is an interpretation or someone's memory biased unreliable narrator type thing. It reminds me of like so I used to play real-time strategy game, you know, depending on the game that I'm playing, like Battalion, Brigade, StarCraft, right? Parts as leaders, yeah, it's tough to keep track of all the moving parts. This is a really long form of me explaining how difficult it can be to track so many things these days, and I really don't know if it's necessary. It reminds me of a head interest in practical situation tests. Speaking of, jump on them, but man, once you start dealing with 3, 4, 5 points of attack and defense, it gets overwhelming. And as leaders, it's tough to keep track of all the moving parts. I'm not sure if I want to keep this or not. Like, so I used to play real-time strategy games a lot more. It reminds me of like, so I used to play.
So that sounds like hell.
Get bogged down on one. Yeah, we're just gonna cut that whole conversation out here on YouTube. Christmas is the 25th of December every year, and that would be about 2 weeks away. Yeah, 2 weeks exactly. So it'll be a Thursday this year. And that wasn't me being pretentious saying that it's the same day every year. I know my own son asked that the other day because we do have holidays that change the date in the year. And I try not to just assume people know which ones do or don't if they don't necessarily, celebrate the holiday. So if it came out as me being like, how dare you not know, that wasn't the intent. Okay, we're gonna go with right here. Two out of three ain't bad. Only one's supposed to call him that. What do you got up your sleeve? What do you got up your sleeve? This many bags? All right, we're going to go with this line right here. Ooh. Okay. So we are at, what, 8 minutes left? Somewhere around there? Hey, bag. What's up? Oh. Alrighty. We're making good time. I'll actually be able to take a break after I get this done to help Christine with Lucas for a bit, and then try to get that Ranma 210 out for YouTube today. I fixed it. I had made a boo-boo on the Patreon Mostly Uncut, so that's been fixed. I wish people that watched our stuff on Patreon, if I do make a mistake and there's obviously something wrong with the edit, please message me. Leave a comment even. There's a rhythm I get into for these edits, and sometimes everything will be fine up until the very end, and then I will be doing something like, I don't know, maybe dragging this across the rest of the way, you know, to bring it to the end from where it's at. And I accidentally grab these tracks and I extend everything out, and then I just render the video, because that was the last thing that I needed to do. And then I don't go back and recheck them. I watch the reaction enough as is, doing the doing the initial scrub through for the mostly uncut, and then having to do the regular edit, that it's not like I really want to watch it after the edit's done. You know, I don't want to watch the finished render all the time. It's already time consuming enough. But hey guys, look who's here. We got Saris. Hey baby. Now, people seem to like kitty cat purr, so I figured Saris ASMR, isn't that what it's called? Oh, you don't have to stay down there. You can come up here. I want to? Okay, well, I don't want to run over you. You got a habit of getting right underneath the wheels. You enjoy the skiing. My sister goes to Utah sometimes for skiing as well. Her and her husband live in Connexaco, also known as North Dakota. Because it's south of Canada. They're kind of like Canadians in some ways, but they're not. So it's, anyways. She thought it was funny. Ow! Cat! What was the point of even laying down then if you were just gonna jump off? I don't like this cat. Who wants Saris? I'll give Saris away. I'm keeping the orange one stays. She's golden. This brown one, she can go. Maybe my brother-in-law is nice until you know him, and then he's like any other dude and can be, in good nature, a total dick. And my sister, I did not know how foul-mouthed she had gotten in the time since she moved out there. Now, she was not, since she was like a teenager, was she, you know, not foul-mouthed, but she went from, you know, dropping the occasional F-bomb, you know, damn and hell being normal, like for most Americans, to when I saw her, you know, she met up to take care of my dad after his surgery to help him be taken care of at home, because I can't really do that myself. And that was the first time her and I had met up in a few years to talk in person, versus, you know, short phone calls or video calls with our sons, you know. And holy crap, Courtney, Alicia, like, holy frack, you're bad. So my point being is, maybe, but not my sister or her husband. And his family's from that area. Like, he has his 2 sisters still live in the state, or at least one sister does, and the other one might live in like South Dakota, I think. But like, they're all from there. His younger brother used to live there, but moved out to Washington or something like that. But his mom was there, and like, that's their area. She hates it sometimes, though. She complains about the snow and weather all the time. And Courtney and I are like, you know, coastal Virginia's nice. It can get hot. The humidity can happen sometimes, you know, and but it's not too bad. Our winters are mild generally. Plus, coastal Virginia, it's beach. Virginia Beach. I jokingly call it the beach because all the signs will just say VA Beach.
Got the Infinity Stone. Dude, you got the Infinity Stone. Snap your fingers.
Guys, AI generated a YouTube video idea and it gave them meet the mayor of North Dakota. So they flew there and talked their way into it within a day. Damn. But how do you meet the mayor of North Dakota? Governor, maybe? Governor of North Dakota?
Yeah.
Mayor of Bismarck? I mean, what other city or what other part of North Dakota is there other than Bismarck? Fargo. I forget about Fargo. Fargo exists. I figured that's what you meant. It's all good.
I thought she told you to leave.
All right, we are at 1630 and 2109. Okay. Oh, been going for an hour and 23 minutes. All right, guys, I do need a short break. Not too long. Hopefully not the full 10 minutes, unless I get bogged down talking to Christine and Lucas. But I'm going to take a short break, and I will be back, and we'll finish this up. Can you believe this? She was there in the couch or in the chair, all fine. I get up, and now she's here. That's my spot. She's rotten, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. That cat is rotten to the core. Rotten to the freaking core. Alrighty. We're back. We got what? 7-ish minutes left to go. Let's wrap this up. I know, right? Patricide happens all the time. Whoa. Whoa. I'm sorry, I started editing and you guys can't see it. There you go.
Yay, he's okay.
Thanks for welcoming me back.
Yeah, exactly. Back off, Phil. Back off, Phil.
I'm waiting. So my intent is to get it digitally, since it's out. Because I have no idea when a US physical media release will happen. And I intend to find out if Brian has the time. Hey, Dariot, what's up? How's it going? I'm gonna try to see about Brian's availability. Now that we have the TV here in the studio, the office, I use those interchangeably. I'm more willing to watch movies now because, well, I mean, it sucks to watch something from so far away on a small screen. And now don't have to. So, but it depends on their timing. Playing DBD, Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball what? Yeah, sorry. My mind is in anime form, in anime mode right now, given, you know, it's like Dragon Ball. DB must be Dragon Ball. And I was trying to think, like, the old Budokai and Tenkaichi, or whatever it was called, like, all the fighting games from, like, the PS2 era. And I was like, which one has a D? Cool. I miss gaming. What's it like these days? Like, no joke, I've played some Minecraft with Lucas. I've played a little bit of Ghost of Yotei. I mentioned that before, and I played a little bit of something else. I haven't played a lot of anything. And that's just, I mean, if I can't work, then I can't play. And so, as you guys have seen, lots of, or you haven't seen lots of anything because our output has been so low, and therefore I also have not been playing much games either. If you look, let me see, I'll have to put this down here, and then hit this button. All right, so here's my Steam. I have been playing Civ, and that's because I can actually sit down and using my Chromebook to stream downstairs. That is something that I'll kill some time and do an hour while Christine and I are watching YouTube memes or something like that, and I'll stream from my gaming computer up here, or the work computer, the computer up here. I'll stream it to my Chromebook. So I've been playing some Civ, but as you can see, it's been 5 days since I even got a chance to play that. When's the last time I played TF2? April of 2024. When's the last time I played World in Conflict? And if you notice, that's in my favorites. I freaking love this game. I have not played it in 2 freaking years. 2018, 2021. I don't really play those ones. When's the last time I played BioShock? A couple years. This was an accidentally load up, or no, I was trying to show it to Lucas. I was trying to get Lucas to play this. I did not get to play. Black Mesa, I just got. This is something I accidentally hit the play button on. I was trying to do the cloud update. It was like out of sync when I last when I upgraded this computer, I think it was. I had done something, but I didn't get to play. I literally just closed it out. Democracy, Five Nights, that's Lucas's. Same with Gary's mod. 2024, 23. When's the last time I tried to play Homeworld? August of 24. I tried to get Lucas to play this November 9th, and I played like an hour or 2 at most. Portal, been like 3 years. I did play Portal 2 with Lucas co-op back in September. Point being, guys, when I tell you things have been rough, I promise you we're not just oh yeah, I know. One, he does not play online with others on any of those things, and I know that doesn't mean much with all the content packs and things that are there. But yeah, he's pretty good, and he's relatively well monitored. But like I said, the whole point of showing you guys that is simply when I say that we haven't really been able to do much of anything, it's literally just the responsibilities, daily self-care, daily care of the house, all the projects that are still in desperate need to get done. But we're moving through. We're gonna make it. And, we're going to have 2 episodes of ReZero hitting this week for Patreon, and 2 episodes hitting next week for YouTube. Episode 6 has already been recorded, and hopefully record episode 7 tomorrow when we record Spy Family 310 with Brian, either before or after. Yeah. Hopefully things just get better for us.
No.
And
and so much is still happening. She gave you I do have an interesting thing about gaming that I'll try to remember to talk a bit about later. Dealing with our son, dealing with Lucas. I want to try to finish this, and then hopefully I'll remember to tell you guys. It's like I don't know if you want to call it an epiphany or a eureka moment, but I had a moment where like I felt like I understood something about Lucas that I hadn't understood before, and it's related to his gaming. Well, thanks, Bag. Yeah, we're stressed. Things suck, but in perspective, trust me, we're aware of how much worse it could be. And thankful and praise the Lord that it's not. But it doesn't mean what we are dealing with is easy. Just lucky that, no one's dying. We're not getting divorced. There's nothing like on that level, but it's not easy. And the hardest part about everything is how relatively alone we are, and not in moral support via internet or phone calls even, our families are supportive in that sense, but we have no family anywhere nearby. Nearest family is a 11.5-hour straight drive with no traffic. Again, for those that don't know, America, the United States, is huge. And my parents are, my mom is basically bedridden. And my dad, while in much better health these days than he has been in past, it's still not great. And he's got to help take care of my mom, so they can't just come out here. Christine's parents, her mom did come out and help us earlier this year during one of the really, really hard times, like in crisis mode, back in the summer, or late spring, early summer. But it was short because, well, one, Christine's dad is still working. He's not retired, and they don't want to be separated from each other for too long. Ginger, she's got her own, my mother-in-law, she's got her own things going on in her life, and it's yeah, she can come out for a crisis, but it's not like those who have their siblings, an aunt, uncle, grandparent, parents that live in the same town or the next town over, And everyone we knew in the army long since moved away. And we've got some help and assistance at our church, and we have used our church community, and I'm very thankful to God for getting us to a nice church and with people that are willing to help out, but also the things that we need help with. A lot of it is like I've mentioned, home projects, like the trees that fell that are still out in my backyard. That's a lot of manual labor. I need trucks. I need like a lot of assistance, and it's hard to ask for that help, one, but even if you do ask for that help, it's hard to coordinate that help. And there's Lucas's bed that we bought back in the summer that needs to be sanded and painted and then disassembled and reassembled up here. There's the ceiling rack in the garage. I've done one of two. There's the rest of the studio, the rest of the front wall of the studio, the ceiling sound panels that need to go up. There's more. And then there's, laundry and dishes and all the day-to-day stuff. And I'm not saying no one else has to do that. Trust me, this is not me, for a pity party or anything like that. Like I said, I'm thankful things are only as bad or as rough as they are. And there's a lot of things that, we might allude to, but we don't share everything because, we're entitled to some privacy. Especially Lucas and a lot of the struggles and things that we face and deal with related to him. And I'm sure some people have connected dots and probably could say, oh, I know what Lucas is dealing with, and you'd probably be right. But it's still, it's good for him to be able to choose who, when, and where people know about his own struggles, but that's the hardest part. It's just there's no break, and there's no like relief. It's just us and our will and the strength we get, through things like prayer and our faith.
Holy crap. How long have we been recording?
That was funny. This episode flew by for us while we were recording it.
Damn, I mean, we just got, into it.
And, so yeah, I keep it in perspective and I try to let you guys know, hey, when things are tough, trust me, I'm not just, or we're not just, hanging out at the house, BSing when we're not putting out videos.
Yeah, there's a little something at the end. Okay. Still. That was one of those where we just were hyper-focused. That was one of those.
That's not true, Bag. The episodes that go fastest for us, Classroom of the Elite. We'll be watching that, and the ending credits will hit, and I swear it feels like that should be the midpoint, where there's the bumpers, but no, it'll be the end of the episode, and we're left what the hell? You're lucky to have your entire family there. Your mom's side, they all live in the same island neighborhood. Part of me never wanted that. I never had any interest in being around my family because I was an Army brat. For those of you that don't know how the U.S. military works, you move a lot, especially back in the 90s. The 90s Army, and only Army, I can't speak for Navy, Air Force, or Marines, but 2 to 3 years, that was it. Every 2 to 3 years, you're going to go somewhere else. You just are. And so that's the life I knew. I was born as an Army brat, and I was an Army brat until I went into the Army myself. And so we never had that. My dad's parents lived out in California. My mom's parents lived in Arkansas, and eventually moved to Illinois, which is where my mom's dad was originally from. But my parents, we were wherever the Army had us, which was Washington, California, Germany, Tennessee, Georgia, all over. And this place here in Virginia where we live, or Christine and I live, is the longest either one of us has lived in a place consecutively. My dad was stationed at Fort Campbell a couple of times, so total time I've still lived there more, but it was broken up into 3-year chunks. Having roots is very alien, and Christine and I are kind of excited to plant roots here in Virginia, and we're completely fine being here. I've said I could die here and that would be fine. if we found a better place to live, if my health ever got better and I could have like a real job. This is a real job. YouTube and stuff is a grind, guys. I'm not going to compare it to what I did in the Army whatsoever, but those that do video editing and stuff like that, especially, you know, the 1 to 2 man teams that do YouTube, it can be a real job. But or if this was, you know, if Genreverse and the stuff that we do with LRM, if that got, you know, bigger and we had to move, you know, maybe closer to out west to be able to do conventions and coverage easier, sure, I could in theory do that as long as we could be comfortable and Lucas had all of the support that he needs. That's one of the biggest things, so-called side hustle. It can be. YouTube can be both. Look at even it's a big example, but you look at even like Linus Sebastian from Linus Tech Tips, even going back before their like current incarnation where they've got the studios and the warehouses and all that. Go back to when they were in that house. I don't think anyone would not call it a job, but yeah, it can also be a side hustle. But anyways, we could move away, but only if Lucas had every bit of support there that he has here. And that's why we stayed here. I had the chance. I could have moved to Fort Lewis, Washington, which is where I was born, as my last duty station with the Army. I could have faked it long enough or dealt with the pain and stuff long enough to move, but then that would have uprooted Lucas. He wouldn't have had the professionals, we'll use that word, and medical. He wouldn't have all that he needs, and the school that he has now is really great. So we stayed. That's the whole thing. We're setting up roots here for the first time ever, and it does mean that we have no one to easily call upon. But he will. Lucas will. If Lucas stays here, he'll be able to call on us because we will be here. And if he's married and he has a kid and he needs help, and again, this is not me slighting my parents or my in-laws. The situation is what it is. But we'll be there for him because he'll be home, you know, not necessarily in our house, but we will all be here. Home, coastal Virginia. I never in my wildest dreams thought I would end up here, and it's not like I hated this place beforehand or anything. I other than the history that's here, because we're not too far from America's Virginia's historic triangle, but it is America's historic triangle. Yorktown, where the final battle of the American Revolution happened, and the Williamsburg, which is one of the earliest settlements, not the earliest, and then Jamestown, which is again one of the earliest settlements in the country for European settlers, not counting when the Vikings were fooling around a little bit north and east from here. But I do appreciate each and every last one of you. Anyone that watches this on replay, VOD, we do truly appreciate your patience and support. Lucky enough to, even you, Rico, even you. We're lucky enough the Army broke me enough that I get paid for it. That it wasn't just break you enough to kick you out and then leave you struggling to function and provide. And we're lucky and not just lucky but blessed enough to have worked hard on living within our means, if that makes sense. And while I would love for YouTube to do YouTube and Patreon to do more for us individually, more than anything, I just want to. We're trying to use it to help everything grow. Genreverse and AVR squared, of course, but LRM as well. The ability for us to be able to go do more conventions and coverage of events like that, the red carpet events that Crunchyroll has invited us to, and others. Like, I want to reinvest in everything in that, and then yeah, sure, great. It'd be awesome one day if I could use, we've got editors and we're pumping out way more videos and everything's running smoothly. Sure, it'd be great if I could throw another $500 a month towards my mortgage, because my big goal is to make sure that the house gets paid off in case something ever happens to me or Christine, that the person left behind is not burdened with the mortgage, and I don't want the life insurance to have to be used for the mortgage. For better or worse, Christine, she wanted to be a mom. She wanted to be a wife. That's what she wanted. So she doesn't, if I die, she gets some benefits and life insurance, of course, but a big chunk of money is gone. And she hasn't worked in 12 years other than what we do with LRM and Genreverse. That's a scary thought. If something happens to me, what happens to my wife? So yeah, that would be my ultimate goal with the potential money to make from LRM and Genreverse stuff would be specifically to pay off more of my mortgage faster. And then do, like I said, more convention and event coverage. And not just for Christine and I, but our interview team on the LRM side. They have to do a lot of funding out of pocket, and it would be great if they didn't have to all the time.
I don't. Yeah, I need a mental.
Well, guys, we made it through this edit. Excuse me. And I was going to put a Drew Carey show clip in here, but then I remembered that I have yet to rip my Drew Carey show DVDs. And the copies that I picked up while sailing back in the day are literally like ripped from TV, like TV recording. So it's not that great. So I'm not going to do that. What I am going to do is look through this real quick. To emulate more fantastic, the fantastical stuff, if you will, is the realistic like counterpart of
Information.
Chasing Amy. Why not? No, I mean, maybe I'll do.
Yeah,
All right, guys.
he
All
would
right.
be so.
Christine and I have a good conversation there. That's fine. I'm wondering. Oh wait, the Riot said. By the way, Reinhardt part in this episode is anime only. Okay, in the novel it was just glossed over by Reinhardt later. Ah, cool. I'm curious, and I need to give these timestamps titles here in a moment. This one right here is, we'll call this ED and post credits. And then we have this one, which is now the 3x5? Yeah, 3x5 thoughts. And then these two. What did we have? Call this back at HQ. And then okay. Team felt. That'll work. These are all set. Now what I was going to say, what I want to do is I'm wondering, because no one program is maxing out my resources. I wonder if I can render a video while streaming to you guys, because the stream is only using roughly right now 2% of my CPU power. And if I open up Task Manager, I still have no problem, Rico. You came in just how you should have. I'm using about 50% of my memory right now. And my GPU is using about 62%, and that's because it's encoding the stream. But when I do render, it tends to only use like 20 to 30%. So, I kind of want to try it. All right. I think we're gonna try it. Let me make sure I finish the last little tiny bits up. I need to make this a bit less see-through, because it's the openings and endings way more sensitive for some reason. I don't quite get it, but they are. And make sure I have, yep, anime YouTube is up. That's fine. I need to make sure to end this right. Where did I click off of it? Right there. All right, so that's good. Beginning music, good. Please stand by, looks right. All right, cool. Save it. Now, I don't need Task Manager open anymore. Trying to make sure I close things that I don't need before we try this. I think it's gonna work. I really do. Let me exit Steam. Yeah, exit Discord right now, just for the moment. Join our Discord. Link below, I believe. It's actually at the top header of the channel too. So, in the little about information stuff. Alrighty. Let us see if something happens and the computer breaks down or crashes. I'll try to be back, but if for some reason the stream totally messes up and it doesn't pop back up in a few moments, then thanks for watching, guys. But let's see what happens. Let me hop out of the editing screen for a quick moment. Nope. And we'll hit render. I don't know if I'm leaving or not. It's a just in case. Just in case. All right, guys. I think everything is fine. Let's hit render and see what happens. All right, we are rendering, and it's holding. Yeah, and look at that. That's not too bad. This is pretty good. Let's look at. I'm gonna check this out. So let me see here. Can I show my computer tower? Let's see. So there's the tower. I have this cool button when I'm rendering. I hit productivity, and it goes Super Saiyan, and it just ramps up the cooling. It gives the cooling curves a bit more. They ramp up faster. Because I had definitely CPUs at about 68 degrees Celsius, which is fine. That's well within operating temperature. It's working, guys. It's working. Oh, you guys can't even see the this render window that I'm shaking. I can actually show it down here though. Draw tablet. There you go. See? Look at that. It's trucking along. We are rendering this video at 2560 by 1280 at I think 18 megabits. Big B, not little b. Big B per second. That's not too bad. This little Ryzen can. All right, guys. Well, hey, I said I was going to say something about Lucas's gaming, and I remembered. So someone give me credit for that. Let me find the right button, though. While this is rendering, I will tell you guys what I figured out. So I love my son very much, and he loves games, sort of. For a while now, we've had some struggles with focus, attention, willingness to meet certain challenges, very resistant to things like that. Okay, and it's not just in games. It's, you know, it's in school. It's in other aspects of life, and it's been a challenge. And one of our solutions was to limit his what we call sandbox games. So limiting things like Minecraft, limiting playing Planet Coaster with unlimited money just in a sandbox mode, and the purpose being is to help him learn, one, how to achieve stuff, and two, how to accomplish a goal, finish a task in a more fun way. Video games can be very fun with that. And it's been a struggle, a real big struggle. There have been some improvements, but getting him to, you know, he'll play Half-Life, but he's, you know, using command console, breaking the game, spawning in whatever he wants, weapons, bad guys, and he's playing with the games more than he's playing the games. And it's bugged me because by the time I was his age, that would have been 1997. I was 12 years old in 97. So you're talking, I've already beaten like the Mario games on the original Nintendo, several Mega Man games, Final Fantasy games on the regular Nintendo. I've beaten some computer games already, you know, Super Nintendo, again, Zelda, Mario World, and Mega Man X, and like all these games on those consoles. And I'm about to get my PlayStation at 12 years old, 13 years old. I got it in 98, I think. Screw you, Rico. So I get, you know, Final Fantasy VII, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, and Castlevania games on regular Nintendo that I'd beaten. Contra! I did have to use the acclaim code for that, or Konami code for that. Point being, Lucas has beaten maybe 4 games. He's beaten the 2 Portal games. He's beaten regular Super Hot, and he's beaten like Lego Jurassic World. And it's been so difficult trying to figure out why. You know, there's all these games that I would love to play with my son. There's tactical games I'd like to play with him, real-time strategy, turn-based things that I would love to play with him, and he has no interest in any of it. And I've been trying to rack my brain about why. Why doesn't he have interest in it? Why doesn't he want to do this? Why doesn't he even want to try? And I figured it out, I think. YouTube. Like all things, we can blame YouTube, right? He watched gamers on YouTube that did exactly what he does now. They played around with the game. They broke the game. They played with the game assets. They did anything and everything except play the game. They sandboxed everything, whether it was you know, making lore videos and acting it all out with Minecraft, or what is that guy? Gray Still Plays, and doing the silly mobile games where you're like yelling at the kids that turn in bad school assignments and crap like that. Everything he did, Planet Coaster. He loves playing Planet Coaster. We're trying to make him do the scenarios, but he fights against it so much. And by the way, we totally finished that render, and that is awesome. So I'm going to start on the uploads to Patreon for that now. But we saw him, watch those, and most of the videos he watched, and most of the YouTubers he watched in general, the content itself wasn't necessarily bad. The language, Christine and I don't have the greatest language either, but Lucas has been raised that what most people will call curse words or bad words aren't bad. No word is inherently bad. Every word is made up and can be used good or bad or neutral. Some can only be used neutral or bad. Some can be all three. You guys get what I'm saying. In general, context and intent matters. And but he knows that he's not to use these words in places that he's not supposed to, and that if you know when and where you can use a grown-up word, you'll never get in trouble. So the point being is, he's watched like Angry Video Game Nerd, and we're not big on the language so much, but the sex, violence, things like that. It needs to be age appropriate for the most part. But he grew up and watching these YouTubers that never played the game. So in his mind, you don't play games, you play with games. And this, in my heart of hearts, mind of minds, has, like I said, affected other parts of his life. And so we're working with him on that and encouraging him. Yesterday, all three of us sat down together and helped him achieve a scenario, silver star on Planet Coaster. He needed 600 people in the park and like a $2,000 a month profit. And we were trying to explain to him, well, look at where you can cut costs on your workers and maintenance and whatnot. Look where you can raise prices. Capitalism, yay! But teaching him, you got to look for that balance. What are people willing to pay for an experience? What are people willing to work for? And finding that fine line. And we did it. We did it together. He worked through it. He ended up with a lot more game time than he's supposed to get with that. But it didn't quite hit as much as I'd hoped it would for him. Like getting that achievement, he was happy with it, but it's going to take time. It's going to take time, but it's got to work. It's got to work. We're going to stick with this no sandboxing stuff until he gets his grades up. It's not like a permanent thing, permanent ban or anything like that. It's, hey, you're struggling with focus. You're struggling with getting things turned in and done right. This is how we're going to help you. You're going to be able to meet challenges in your life in and out of school. So there, that was the story for that. Now, can I upload these things? Let me see here. Because YouTube, believe it or not, the upstream, so I'm on fiber and I've got one up and one down, 1 gigabyte up and down. And YouTube only maxes out at about 150 to 250 on a good day. And my stream is 104? No. Yeah, about that. It's about 10 megabytes, big B. Like I said, I can never remember bits or bytes or which one I'm supposed to use. Anyways, point being, I think I can upload to YouTube that YouTube edit and do some of these other things. Right now, I know there's only a few of you hanging out with me for the moment, but now is a good time. I don't have anything else to do right this moment while I'm doing this. If you want to ask something, bring something up. I know winter is going to be busy. God, I'm so scared because we've struggled so bad with what little we're doing in the fall. Things are doing somewhat better, but it's very tenuous. But Freerin, JJK, and there's another big. What's the other one that's big that's coming out in winter? I forget. Where's Maul? Anime seasonal. What do we got coming up? Yep, Freerin, JJ. Oh, Oshinoko. We got Oshinoko as well. Those were the 3 big ones. So Brian's going to be on 2 of them. No, Brian's going to be on 3 of them. Yeah, Brian's going to be on 3 of them with us. Don't even, Rico. Don't even. I'm going to ban you. It's funny that you still remember that. Most people have forgotten about that movie. For those of you that don't know, Rico has been a fan of the channel for a long time, and even watched back in the day when we did our podcasts and stuff like that. And while I am a huge brought the wrong sleeve. While I am a huge Ghostbusters fan, I was not a fan of Afterlife. And if you want to see, the review of that, it's here on the channel. Just go ahead and search Ghostbusters Afterlife review genreverse. You'll find it. It's Ghostbusters in name only. There's nothing Ghostbusters about it other than the names of stuff and the technology. There's no team. There's no comedy, honestly. You get a couple of jokes, and then you get Phoebe's character just delivering dad jokes the whole episode, and that's not Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters is one of those things where it's almost like Ninja Turtles, where it's a very specific thing. Yes, there's ghosts. Woo. Where it's a very specific thing. Okay, and while some people might think that it can be something else, I don't think it really can be. If you look at the 2009 video game, that is Ghostbusters 3, and for me, that's the end of it. Frozen Empire was a bit more Ghostbusters-like, but again, it was very the real Ghostbusters, the cartoon, but it was very messy and poorly written, and there was not enough ghost busting for a movie called Frozen Empire, where you're expecting an empire of ghosts. And they were just so busy trying to make Stranger Things that they totally missed out on making anything like Ghostbusters. And it sucks. Sucks that they couldn't make a good one, and the movie itself sucked. So there's an extra Ghostbusters Afterlife and Frozen Empire review for you guys. I love Ghostbusters, and I'm young enough that Ghostbusters 2 is a movie that I did enjoy. My older cousins, my dad, and my dad's brothers, not so much. And that's because they were introduced solely by the original movie, which, while relatively all ages, definitely skews more towards an older teen, young adult age group and older. But it's not strictly an adult movie. But Ghostbusters 2 came out after the movie had done so well, or the cartoon had done so well. And Ghostbusters 2 really is just kind of like how Ninja Turtles 2, the first Ninja Turtles movie in '90, more comic accurate with touches of the cartoon. But by the time the second movie came out, it was full on cartoon. So a lot of people that were older, like the first movie, didn't like the second one as much. Ghostbusters the same way. I'm young enough to have enjoyed both. And then seen as I grew up, oh, that's why my cousin Amber didn't like it as much. She's like 4 years older than me. That's why she didn't like it so much. It is. It's more kid-like. It's more like the cartoon, which is not necessarily bad, but it was still Ghostbusters. It was still Ghostbusters comedy. It was still the Ghostbusters team. It was still the Ghostbusters feel and texture. And none of that is in Afterlife. And very little of it is in Frozen Empire, but that had way too many other issues. But yeah, those are my Ghostbusters thoughts, guys. I am just working on this upload. And confusing myself too. Whoopsie. Episode 5. Where is... Okay, there it is. Freaked out for a second. Editing screen. I don't think I can... Actually, I think I have to show you guys this way. Eek. So one cool thing for the timestamps, and I discovered this a while ago, and why I do the timestamps in the editing software, is it enables me to grab them and then put them in the video. And that just makes that part much easier. So I am working on that. I thought I had closed Steam. I brought it back up for something. What did I bring it back up for? I don't remember. Anyways, guys. I guess I will go ahead and... oh, wait. Never asked how I feel about the new seasons of Futurama. So we haven't watched all of them. But what we did watch... when they weren't catching up on the last, what was it, 15 years? When they weren't making all the jokes that they had missed out on from not being on the air, it was good. But those first few episodes, it was just kind of like, hey, remember this? Hey, remember this? Hey, remember this? Hey, remember this? And that can be a bit frustrating. So I'm glad that that's no longer what is going on. And a lot of those episodes were pretty good, were pretty funny. But like I said, I am going to go ahead and wrap up the stream here so I can finish these uploads and thumbnails. I'm going to try to get the Ranma 210 episode onto YouTube today, but no promises. If not, it'll go out in the next day, tomorrow. I was going to say in the morning, but I can't promise morning. Thank you everyone that hung out with me today. Dariot, Bag, Rico, even Zombie Cookies, you joined in, Yokai, Bochan, Being Alive, Gabriella, Anna, I am so sorry I'm messing up that name, and Kyoko 1819 from way back 2.5 hours ago when I first started. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys on the next videos. Thanks for watching. Bye.